Restoration. Welcome to Closer Look. I'm Phil O'Brien. Tonight we're visiting with Paula Williams with Hannah Pregnancy Resource Center in El Dorado. And Paula, welcome to Closer Look.
Thank you, Phil, for inviting me. It's an honor to be here with you today.
Hey, let's start with some background information and an overview of Hannah Pregnancy Resource Center. How long have you provided services in South Arkansas, and how did the center come into existence?
Sure. We began in 2000. We're actually celebrating our 20th year anniversary this year, so we're very excited about that.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. It's been an honor to be here in this area for so long. But we did start as there was a group of concerned citizens that formed our center because they were concerned about the growing rate of teen pregnancy in our area. So we began in 2000 by doing pregnancy testing, counseling, and parenting classes. And then in 2004, we added limited ultrasound services, and we also opened our centers in Magnolia and Camden. 2018, we added our reentry services.
So, Paula, how did you become involved with the center?
Well, I had already really had a passion for the life of the unborn, and I wanted to be involved with the center, and so I was given the opportunity to start here as an administrative assistant. And then I became a resource development coordinator, and then I became the executive director in April of 2019.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, I understand that this is a Christ-centered nonprofit agency. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct.
So what is the size of the staff that you work with there?
Well, we have 3 centers, El Dorado, Magnolia, and Camden. Here in El Dorado at the main office, there is myself and KLove, our nurse manager, and Patty Higgs is our client services coordinator, and Jackie Stratton is our outreach coordinator, and we have 2 volunteers, and we also have 5 volunteers that teach classes at our jail through our reentry program. And then in Magnolia, we have a center coordinator, and her name is Leanna Herring, and we have 2 volunteers there. And then in Camden, we have 3 volunteers that operate our center there.
I think it's important to give the address of each of these 3 centers in the area.
Sure. Here in El Dorado, we're on West Main Street. We're in the Main Court South building. And then in Magnolia, they're on Union Street, which is 216 West Union. And then in Camden, they're at 3250 Cash Road.
Now, do each of these centers have their own individual phone numbers, or is there a central number someone would call if they'd like to talk with you?
They do have individual numbers, but we have a toll-free number that they can call that'll connect them with each one of the centers. And that is 1-866-74-WOMEN.
A great service you provide to the women of South Arkansas. Once again, you're listening to Closer Look on KLove. My guest tonight is Paula Williams with Hannah Pregnancy Resource Center with offices in El Dorado, Magnolia, and Camden. What are some of the concerns that an individual or family may be experiencing when they come to you?
Well, some of the concerns that they may be experiencing is, what do I do now that I'm pregnant? How do I handle being a mom? You know, sometimes the news of a pregnancy can lead, people to feel unequipped or maybe overwhelmed on how to handle a baby. And that's where we step in to be that support, to provide those resources, and just to be a friend. It's so rewarding to have a client come back and tell us that having this baby was the best decision that they've ever made. They could not imagine their life without this baby now. And it is true, because a baby is truly a gift. It's a blessing. And they forever change their life for the good.
They do. Can you tell us about some of the medical and support services that are available at the center?
Yes, we provide parenting classes. We provide pregnancy testing, options counseling, limited ultrasounds, material needs for baby, post-abortion counseling, abstinence until marriage education, and reentry services. We have a baby boutique that is stocked with diapers, wipes, clothes, car seats, pack and plays, and other baby essentials. When they attend these parenting classes, they can earn points that they can use to purchase these items in the baby boutique.
You really cover the gamut then.
Yeah, we do. We try to. Everything that they need, we hope that, that we have it here for them, because when they come to these classes, classes, they earn these points, and we want to give them the very best for their baby.
I see. I would imagine that the ladies you see are scared and confused, and your job is to explore the options and then educate them on how they got to this point in life. And those classes really play a big role in that.
Yes, they do. They are very helpful. You know, I've had 3 children, and every time I sit in one of those classes, I learn a lot from those classes.
Now, generally speaking, when a woman comes to you, they have 3 options: terminating the pregnancy, which we hope they don't do, adoption, or becoming a parent. How do you go about helping these ladies to make the right decision for them? Because as we all know, each individual set of circumstances is unique.
That's true. You know, there are 3 choices that are available. You know, some women, the decision is very clear, while others, it may be a difficult choice to make. So we're here to try to provide that information about the choices, provide the resources for her to see that parenting or adoption is a good plan for her baby or and herself.
You know, it's important that you offer help in a non-judgmental way, but still provide the truth about the consequences of choosing to terminate a pregnancy. And there are consequences that many aren't aware of.
Yes, that's true. You know, some of the possible consequences of abortion are very real. We try to be very honest about those consequences. We want to share those things with them in a loving manner. You know, God has designed women to nurture their young, and when she chooses an abortion, it goes against her natural instincts. We have something called Before You Decide magazine that's provided by CareNet, and it has a lot of good information about likely and possible consequences, which could include emotional, relational, physical, and spiritual consequences. And the greatest tool that we can use is an ultrasound, just to let the woman see the miracle of her baby, you know, showing her that incredible small heartbeat. She's able to realize that life that God has placed in her womb and feel connected and empowered to continue her pregnancy. Last year, we had 19 women that came to our center that were planning on having an abortion. We were able to provide counsel and information, and we were excited that 18 of those 19 chose life for their baby.
Amen. Now, for women who've made the decision in the past and have been left wounded and scared, restoration comes into play. Tell me about how you go about dealing with these women.
Well, you know, we believe that true restoration comes from a relationship with Jesus Christ. We firmly believe that our mission is to communicate Christ's love by providing services and sharing the gospel. In July of 2019, all of our staff and volunteers went through an evangelism training that is provided by Mission Preborn. And our focus has always been sharing Jesus with our clients, but there was this renewing and refocusing on that. So from July to December last year, we saw 19 clients to be saved. And 2 of those clients were actually inmates in our county jail through the program that we do there. And so far this year, we have had 25 come to know Christ. We're just completely blown away by the outpouring of His Spirit and the conversions that have been made. And we know that true restoration and change in behavior comes through a relationship with Jesus Christ. He can change a person greater than we ever could. And we're so thankful to have such a wonderful team of Christian sisters that are passionate about God and His Word.
What a great ministry. Now tell me a little more about the reentry program from the jails.
We began a program at the Union County Jail in 2018, and it is called A New Hope. And it is based on Jeremiah 29:11, and we know that the verse says that, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." We have a program here through the Share Foundation, and we were able to get a grant through them to be able to take this program into the jail. Here in Union County, they have started a program called the VIP, which is a violence intervention plan for the county, and it connects nonprofits in our county with each other, and we work together to make a stronger and healthier community. We provide services to those women that are incarcerated, that are in there for lesser crimes, and they're the ones that are going to be returning to our community very soon. We initially went out there to do parenting classes, but we soon realized that many of these women are not going to be reunited with their children right away. So we began teaching life skills classes, and we've been able to continue to do that with some of those that have been released. It's really been such a blessing to be able to go in and to serve these women.
I know it has.
Yes, it really is. The women that we serve there, we really see them and feel that they are really no different from the girls that come into our center. And we're just there to provide hope and to let them know that God has a plan for their life and just to bring that hope to them. And another blessing was that we were able in February to start having classes with some of the men that are incarcerated there.
And it's just
but with COVID in March, we weren't able to go back, and we're hoping and praying that those restrictions are going to be lifted soon, that we can continue to go back in there. We try to stay connected with the women that are still there, the ones that haven't been released yet. We're able to send letters to them, send them messaging, and do video chats with them through the communication system that they have there in the jail.
A good point. Many times guys are also scared and unsure of the next step. Tell me about the opportunities that you have outside of COVID that bring them into the discussion.
Well, we try to involve the fathers as much as possible. We believe the more that we can get involved with the fathers and have them involved in the pregnancy, the more likely that they're going to be involved in the child's life. And we love to have the fathers participate in our Earn While You Learn classes, just like the moms do. These classes are so educational and beneficial, and we want them to benefit from it as well. But we know that they're learning about the pregnancy and how to care for this baby. And they also get to earn points that they can use in the baby boutique, and this is a really big help for them.
Paula, placing a child up for adoption is a popular choice. Do you have relations with adoption agencies that can assist with that decision?
We work with Bethany Christian Services in Little Rock, and they have an adoption specialist that we can contact, and they can come down and meet with the girl here at the center and just develop an adoption plan for her.
Yeah, that's a great partnership. Now tell me about your community partners and how they help enable you to serve the community.
We partner with many organizations in our area. Through our connection with the VIP program that I talked about earlier, we are familiar with the resources that are available to us here. And I was really surprised to know all the different organizations that are available in our county and those services that are available to our clients. So it's good to be connected with them so that if there's something that we cannot provide, we have a resource that we can send our clients to. And, there's different things that we can make referrals for, like housing, childcare, food pantries, shelters, maternity homes, counseling. And we also have many churches in our area that are a huge help to us. They support us, through prayer, supplying things for our baby boutique, and participating in our baby bottle campaign every year.
Now tell me about the baby bottle campaign.
It's a wonderful thing. It's one of our biggest fundraisers that we have here at Hannah. It's a very simple thing. We have baby bottles. We contact churches, and we ask them if they'd like to help and participate in the baby bottle campaign. We deliver the bottles to the churches. The congregation takes the bottle, fills it with their change or cash or check. It's a great way to get the church to understand who we are and what we do, and then they can be a part in that.
This is Closer Look. My guest tonight is Paula Williams with the Hannah Pregnancy Resource Center in El Dorado. And once again, a reminder that tonight's program is of a mature nature that may not be best suited for young children. I was wondering, in the few remaining minutes we have, if you could share a success story with our listeners.
Yes, we had a young girl recently that was an international student, and her boyfriend had called us and was asking information about the abortion pill. We met and talked with him separately. She was very confused and distraught, and there were many factors that were really stacking against her having a baby and raising it, including this relatively new relationship that she had and his strong desire for her to have an abortion. And we were able to counsel her over several visits and show her the baby through the ultrasound, and she began crying, and she was really sad that she'd even thought about having an abortion, but that we were there to comfort her and assure her that God loved her. She decided to choose life for a baby and was able to begin our parenting classes. And we've continued to support her through local resources and counseling about some of the difficult circumstances that she's facing. She has no family here locally, and we've been blessed to be able to come alongside her.
Great story. Thanks so much for sharing. You mentioned volunteers earlier in the interview. I assume you have mentors, receptionists, ladies that teach classes. Tell me a little more about the volunteer opportunities available.
Yes, volunteers are a huge help for our centers. Our Magnolia Center right now is in need of volunteers, and they could help with facilitating parenting classes, conducting pregnancy tests, doing counseling. So if anyone is interested in volunteering, they could contact us, and we can talk about the process and the training that they will need.
What would be the best way to contact you?
They could call here to the main office, and that is 870-862-1317.
Paula, do you have any annual fundraising events in addition to the baby bottles that we talked about?
Yes, we usually have an annual banquet, usually in October, and that is one of our major fundraisers for the year.
And I'm sure you can keep an eye on your website for updated information about events. What is that website address?
It is HannahPRC.com.
Now, I noticed on your website some items that you're in need of at the center. In case someone is listening that might be willing to help with those items, could you share a couple of them that you're in need of?
Sure, we are always in need of diapers and wipes. Those are some of the things that our girls normally always need and want. You know, if anybody has a baby, they know how expensive diapers can be and how quick you can go through them. So we're always in need.
It's been a while, but I remember.
Yes, they do.
Paula, I would imagine that the pandemic has affected your operating hours.
Well, here in the El Dorado office, we continue to work every day. We stopped seeing clients face-to-face in the office around mid-March, but we reopened all 3 centers the 1st of May with precautions, of course. One of the things that we started during this time was Bright Course. These are the Earn While You Learn classes, but they're done online. So when the center was closed, we were able to still stay connected with our girls, and they were able to continue their classes and still earn points to get items for their baby.
Now, if someone finds themselves in need of the services you provide, what's the best way to go about contacting Hannah Pregnancy Resource Center?
They can call the main office here, 870-862-1317, or they can call the toll-free number, which is 1-866-74-WOMEN. They can also connect us through our website, which is HannahPRC.com, and our Facebook page.
Paula, thanks so much for the ministry you provide the residents of South Arkansas and for talking with us tonight and educating our listeners a little on the services you provide.
Thank you for allowing us to share with you about what we do here at Hannah.
Special thanks to Paula Williams with Hannah Pregnancy Resource Center in El Dorado, Camden, and Magnolia, my guest tonight on Closer Look. Now, another way to contact Hannah Pregnancy Resource Center is by emailing us. You can do that at closerlook@klove.com.